Cayla was nervous. Tomorrow was the first day of school. What if her new friends didn't like her? Or thought she wasn't smart? What if they even made fun of her art? Cayla threw on her favorite smiley t-shirt and grabbed her sticker-covered notebook. She never went anywhere without it. "Breakfast!" cried Mommy Croc. "How did you sleep? Are you ready to learn fascinating things about writing, science, math, and history?" "Mom, why do you always ask so many questions?" said Cayla. "Because questions are the key to everything." "Sweet green pea!" Cayla swooshed around her cereal and swooshed around her tail. "Mom, I'm nervous for class. I won't know anyone or anything," she said. Mommy Croc walked over to Cayla and gave her a squishy hug. "Can I tell you a secret?" she whispered. Cayla nodded. "The secret is confidence." Cayla looked at Mommy Croc with her big green eyes and asked, "What's confidence?" "Confidence lets us shine as bright as the stars. It can fuel electric cars or a trip to Mars. It can help a scientist discover something new or take an explorer to the top of the mountain with a beautiful view." "Confidence sounds fun," said Cayla. "Where do we buy confidence?" "Ah, Cayla," said Mommy Croc, "confidence is not something you can buy. It's something you grow." "Where?" said Cayla. "Outside in the garden?" "No," laughed Mommy Croc. "You grow it inside, in your heart and in your mind." "Oh," Cayla frowned. "How do I do that?" "I have an idea. Sweet green pea," said Mommy Croc. "How about we start with 3 confidence keys?" Cayla jumped up and down. "Yes, yes, yes. I need to have confidence for school so everyone will like me. That brings us to confidence key number 1. Don't worry about what others think of you. That will only slow you down." Cayla was making her "I don't understand" face. "I have an idea," said Mommy Croc with a smile. "Let's do an experiment, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Run to your room and grab your purple roller skates. We're going for a quick skate in the park." Now Cayla was excited too. Cayla was the fastest skater in her family. She was all set to swoosh as fast as usual when Mommy stopped her and said, "This time I want you to look to the right and look to the left while you skate in the park, okay? Let's see what happened in the park, okay?" "Okay," shouted Cayla and flew off on her skates. But as she turned her head to the left to look at the pretty flowers, and then to the right to watch a bike rider zoom past her, she started to feel wobbly and shaky. Ooh, until she fell right onto her tail. "Mommy Croc," said Cayla, "I think I fell because I was distracted." "Exactly. You are so smart," said Mommy Croc. "Now imagine your classroom is the park." Cayla was making her "I understand" face. "The first confidence key is about focusing on what I like to do and being myself, no matter what others might think." "You got it, Cayla," said Mommy Croc. "I am so proud of you." "I have a question," said Cayla on the way home. Let me guess, said Mommy Croc. You want to know what the second confidence key is, don't you? You got it, Mommy Croc, laughed Cayla. I'm so proud of you. Well, said Mommy Croc, the answer to your question is more questions. What do you mean? Asked Cayla. Great, laughed Mommy Croc. You just asked another question. Questions bring us to answers. Each question is a piece of a puzzle, fitting together to create a beautiful picture. I do love puzzles, said Cayla. I have another question. What if I'm too scared to ask a question in front of my whole class? That's a good question. Let's hear that answer. You know, said Mommy Croc, sometimes I feel like my voice is locked deep inside me, but then I remind myself I have my confidence key. You mean the question's confidence key? Asked Cayla. You got it. The more questions I ask, the more I will know. So instead of making me feel small, questions actually make me feel big and strong and confident, said Cayla. Mommy Croc, she said, I have lots and lots of questions. Why do my toys float in the pool? Why don't parents go to school? How do airplanes fly in the sky? And why do leaves change their colors sometimes? Cayla and Mommy Croc were walking home from the park. Cayla was eager to get ready for tomorrow when she had one last question. What if someone asks me a question and I get the answer wrong? Good question, said Mommy Croc. It brings us to confidence key number 3. To fail is to learn. Failing is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning. But what if I try something and it doesn't work? Said Cayla. That means you have learned one new way it doesn't work. That sounded funny to Cayla. She laughed and said, so actually, I didn't fail. I am one step closer to finding the way that does work. Isn't Cayla clever? If we go on reading, we will finally get to hear what happened on the very first day of school. Cayla thought about it some more. When I get an answer wrong, or miss a shot in a basketball game, I'm actually closer to my goals because I know I have to spend more time studying or practicing. So the only real failure is, said Mommy Croc, to give up, said Cayla. I remember when I first learned how to skate. I tried to skate the same way I walk. It looked funny, but I didn't give up. I tried a gliding motion, and I skated down our whole block. I get it. Failing is learning. That night, Cayla climbed into bed, ready to be a confident croc. All I need is to remember these 3 keys. Number 1, do what makes you happy. Number 2, stay curious, ask questions. Number 3, keep learning. The next morning, Cayla jumped out of bed, ate her bowl of cereal, waved goodbye to Mommy Croc, and hopped on the school bus. Her friend Lily was sitting alone. What's wrong, Lily? Cayla asked. I'm scared for our first day of school, said Lily. Oh, don't worry about that, said Cayla. All you need is confidence. What's that? Asked Lily. Cayla smiled and said, I'll tell you all about it. The end.